Hi, and welcome to the 2021/2022 school year here at BBMS. For those of you who don't know me, my name is William Brooks. I am the 8th grade social studies teacher. And this year I'm also teaching gaming and game design for my elective class. Thank you so much, first of all, for just taking the time out of your day to watch this video, be more involved. I know we as a staff really appreciate it when our parents are involved. This is my third year here at Big Bear Middle School. I really love it. There's a lot of great staff here. Everyone here cares about the kids. They are our primary focus. We want to ensure that they get a great education, and as far as that goes, that they're taken care of. It's a really great school. That being said, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to any of us here. Myself, Mrs. Bassam, Mrs. Moran, anyone here, any of the teachers, we will all get back to you as soon as possible. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, usually when we have back to school night in person, I usually go over kind of my syllabus and my classroom expectations. So that's going to be what we're going to do on this short video. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I can find it. Here it is. Okay, hopefully you should all be able to see this. So we are covering 8th grade United States history here this year. And pretty much it is covering, colonization in North America up into Reconstruction after the Civil War. All right, that's our goal. So we're going to be studying, kind of how we got here, how this country developed, things like that. And then, of course, at the end, going to be going over the divide with the Civil War and what happens afterwards. My learning objectives for this class. So these are the goals that I have set in mind for your students as they go through my class. I want them to be able to analyze and summarize a primary and secondary source. I want them to understand how geography affects people and events in history. They should be able to identify key events in history, those important people and primary documents in a historical period. They should also be able to identify and analyze an author's point of view, okay? So, hey, where are they coming from? Why would they write this? What were they thinking at the time? And they should be able to understand how history changes through war, peace, and all the different leaders that we have. So these are my learning objectives, and what I love about them is my main goal here in this class is to teach all of my students very important life skills that they're going to use outside of the classroom. So I know when I was a student, there were certain subjects I wasn't a big fan of, but I would say all of them taught me important life skills that I used later on in life. And I know I've already talked to my students about it here. I've asked them, how many of you guys like history? How many of you guys don't like history? And it's okay if you don't like history or you're not a big fan of it. I understand that. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But my goal and my hope is that when my students leave this classroom and we've analyzed all these different documents, they will learn how to have built up evidence to support their point of view, to critically think, to write, to argue and debate. These are all skills that I'd like them to have when they leave, because I think these are important skills that you need in life. And whether it comes to a career or college, so that's the main goal here. I want them to be able to, argue and provide evidence, in case, everyone goes through an interview for a job. Why do you deserve the job, right? So those are things that they should be able to do when they leave this class. They should be able to, give their point of view and back it up with evidence and reasoning. My classroom expectations. We do have a lot of discussion in this class. So one of my biggest expectations, and I've already talked to students about this, is they are expected to be polite and kind to everyone. Respect everyone's opinion. If you disagree with their opinion, that's okay. It's okay to disagree. Agree to disagree. I want them to be seated and ready to start working once the bell rings. Be prepared with any materials that they may need, and followed all directions the first time it is given. I know we have other rules regarding COVID right now, so those need to be followed as well, such as wearing a mask, unless anything changes. But those are the expectations right now for the classroom. When it comes to classwork and homework, I understand that my students and their families have a lot of things going on outside of school. So because of that, I try not to assign a lot of homework. Will they have homework once in a while? Yes, they'll have homework once in a while, but I try not to specifically assign something for homework. I know a lot of students have sports they do after school, or they have family that they have to help take care of. Some of them are even helping with family jobs, etc. So I try not to assign too much homework to them. Everything that we do, they will have enough time to do in class. So if they don't complete an assignment in class, that's when it becomes homework. So everything they do in here, they will have time to do it in class. Incomplete and late work, that's going to result in a loss of 1 point. So usually all of my stuff is graded out of 5 points. So if they are consistently turning in work late or not working in class, they're going to be consistently losing 20% of their grade for classwork anyways and homework. So it's important that they're on task, they're doing what they need to do, and they're turning in stuff on time. Obviously, if an event comes up or an illness, that's a different story. They just need to reach out to me, and I will go ahead and adjust as needed. When it comes to late work, missing work, and reassessment, late work. I take late work pretty much up until I cannot. So usually I tell my students a week before either deficiencies or report cards go out. Those are my last days I'm taking late work. They need to have it in to me by then. However, it's all of my students' responsibility that if they have something to turn in late to me, that they reach out to me and they get it to me. I only accept late work at lunch on either Monday or Friday. So if there's late work that needs to be turned in, that is the time they need to come see me. And they've already been told that. So if anything is late, they come see me on Monday or Friday. I will go ahead and take the late work. There will be that deduction, but they will still get at least some credit for it. When it comes to reassessment or making up tests, if a student bombs a test, if they get 25% on it, completely fail it or anything like that, they can reach out to me and I will let them retake the test. So they have to meet with me, and it would be on a Monday or Friday during lunch, and they would be able to retake the test. If they score a C or higher, I generally don't let students retake a test if they score a C or higher, just because they have a passing grade. Trying to think. I think that's most of it. So all my assignments, by the way, will be posted on Google Classroom as well, so students will be able to see what they need to do there. We have a notebook that we do, and your student should be able to tell you about that right now because we've been working on it. We've done a few assignments in it already. That's what they're going to be graded on. and they're responsible for bringing that every day to class. My grading policy is as follows. Students' grades will be based off of their classwork as well as their assessments. Homework and classwork will make up 60% of a student's grade, and assessments will consist of 40% of a student's grade. So all of that classwork and homework, it is really important that they get that done. The tests are important as well. They do need those, but the majority of my grade comes from classwork and homework. Oh, ignore this part where it says distance learning citizenship grades. Right now, we're not doing distance learning, so these are just 8th grade citizenship grades. So usually with citizenship, it's 5 points a week. So you will get 5 points a week. That's what you start off with. And if you are doing anything you're not supposed to be doing in class, you will start to lose points. When that happens, I will let the students know so they know where they're at. They can also check on Infinite Campus their citizenship grade. To earn a satisfactory citizenship grade in this class, please adhere to the following guidelines. Be to class on time every day. Every day, be to class. That's their expectation, and be on time. They need to follow all Bear Valley Unified School District rules and policies. You need to bring all the materials required with them every day, especially their Chromebook, and to make sure that's charged. A lot of teachers, including myself, do use Chromebooks. And since we're checking them out now, it's very important that the students are bringing them every day and that they are charged. Do not have your cell phone out unless you're specifically given approval. I've already gone over that with students. Once in a while, if we're doing independent work, I may let a student bring out their phone to just turn on their music and listen to that independently. But for the most part, it should be put away. If it's not, that's going to become an issue. There's no eating or drinking allowed during my class unless water is okay. And headphones and AirPods are not allowed unless they've been given approval. Consequences. If a student loses 2 points in a single week, a verbal warning will be issued. I might pull them aside, talk to them, let them know, hey, this is affecting your grade. What can we do to work on that, etc. If they lose 3 or more points in a single week, that's when I'll be contacting you and letting you know. And so hopefully we can work on it together. And if a student's citizenship grade drops below a C, parents will be notified and a meeting will be requested. So if it's a continuous problem and they're starting to fail in citizenship or get close to that, I'm going to be contacting home, and then hopefully we can set up a meeting and try to figure out what we need to do. If by chance we need to use Zoom, the following guidelines for expectations regarding distance learning are below. I'm not going to go ahead and go over these. Most of you probably know these from last year. And I will also have the syllabus linked in, it'll be hyperlinked so you guys can access that anytime you need to, okay? But those are the expectations. Well, once again, I just want to say thank you guys for, taking the time out of your day to show up and watch this video. We really do appreciate it. If any questions or concerns come up, please feel free to reach out to myself or anyone else here. We're all in this together. We're all here to help your students succeed in any way that we can. So thank you guys again so much for your time, and have a great day.